How are we doing tonight, everybody? How are we doing? I'm still like getting everything set up, but I wanted to test this microphone. Can you guys hear me? Like, put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I'm just making sure that this mic works. We also got some very nice spiritual, like, background music playing. Okay. Can you guys hear the background music? I'll take you guys to the background music. Like I don't know if it's like you guys should be hearing it. Maybe if I hear it, that's all that matters. For like the readings and stuff. I just think that it helps make whatever messages or whatever topics we talk about today more spiritual. Let me take a sip of this water. 1 second. Okay. I wonder how many of you are going to be in here tonight. I told you guys I would be going live more. I'm sticking to my promise. I am getting. You don't hear the background stuff? Okay. Well, I'm getting more organized. Let's put this here. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry for the ratchet sound. Okay. I'm trying to make this setup a little bit less ratchet. Okay, that's the goal, you guys. That's the goal. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Oh, thank you so much. I'm actually going to be getting it colored again in March. Just colored to where it just looks a little bit better. Okay, can you guys still hear me all right? Put a 1 in the chat if you could still hear me. I just want to make sure. So guys, look at what we got today. We got incense today, you guys. Look at this incense. So we have the heart chakra playing on the TV, and then we got incense right here. Let's see. Not as good. Oh no. Is it still okay? Well, let's set the intention for tonight's live. Tonight's live is to heal the heart chakra and also to provide healing to the sacral chakra. I'm already getting a message that for like anyone that's dealing with back pain, to kind of look at your relationship with sensuality. Okay. We set the intention. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining in the chat. Everybody is welcome here. My username is girlfriend guide for guys. Okay. Can you guys still hear me okay though? I just want to make sure that the mic is okay and you can still hear me. Like, just let me know. All that matters is you guys can still hear. And then, ooh, that has an audacious smell. I love it. Yay, guys, I'm doing good. I had to take, the reason why my schedule got messed up is because personally I had a very rough patch in life. Don't want to get too into it. That happens a lot, right? Like, I'm experiencing a lot of life lessons at this age. I think it's going to contribute to this work. Yeah, what do you guys think? Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I'm just like, okay, let's bless the decks. Here we go, you guys. How's your no, it fell. No, I hate that. Hold on. I almost need like an ashtray for the incense. Hold on, let me see. I think I have something where I can ash this. So let me grab it. It's like a bowl. Sounds a little muffled. Let me see how it sounds. 1 second. I will be right back. I'm going to mute myself for 1 second. Okay. I see the problem of what you mean by it's muffled. Okay. So I think if I put the mic in front as much as I can. I think that this could help. Does this help at all? Does this help? Can you guys hear? Is this slightly better? I'm like wondering if I move my hair back more and then just put the mic. It is? Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it, you guys. How are you guys doing tonight? You guys, okay, awesome. Okay, great. So if you guys did not hear me today, we are focusing on the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. And if you're like, that's too woo-woo, don't even worry about it. Basically, what that means is we're focused on our healing, okay? I will show you the decks that I felt called to today. Oh, thank you. This isn't even black. This is like a navy color, but I appreciate it. It does look pretty black on the screen. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I really hope you guys can see in here. Okay, we literally got the incense. Like, let me put that smoke in the camera, because why not? Ooh, look at that. Look at that, you guys. Look at this. Look at this joy. It's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so how old am I? I'm 35. And welcome in, Jason. Welcome in. Okay, so we have a tarot deck. Okay. Wait, can you guys hear me? I don't know why it reloaded. I was going to say something very important. By the way, we need to talk about this quote. Life doesn't truly begin until you turn 40. So anyone that's in their late 30s in the chat that's complaining, wrong. Life doesn't actually begin until you turn 40. Who said that? I don't. I'm not actually 35, you guys. I'm not actually 35, nor am I 29. But what's the quote? And why? I'm not mad at Frankie Ducky at all. And hi, Scott, welcome in. Does my screen keep loading? One second. Can you guys, is this better? Is this better? I'm hoping this is better. Can you guys hear me too? Let's check the settings. Okay. You guys should be able to hear me and see me. Can everybody hear me and see me? Okay, it seems good now. Okay. Okay, great. Awesome. Alrighty, guys. I'm just gonna move y'all back. Okay, great. So, what was I saying? Life does not begin until you're 40. Life truly does not begin until you turn 40. Everything is just like a test run until then. Okay, that message is for somebody in the chat. So I do not want to hear complaints. Oh, Amanda, I'm too old. I'm 38. I'm 35. I'm 30. I'm 20. I'm 18. I don't want to hear it. Life does not begin until you turn 40. Okay, I did not make the rules. This is just a fact. Someone in the chat needs to hear this. Why did I get tarot cards in the first place? That's a great question. I'm not a big fan of astrology or any, and I again respect all religions, but I am not a fan of any dogmatic system, theory, or way of thinking. The thing that I like about the tarot deck and the reason why I was drawn to it is tarot is very much in your direct reality. It is using your intuition to derive an answer. It is something that doesn't take any theory or systems to believe. It's you ask a question, you get your answer. It's guidance, it's more information. It's not God, but it's spiritual. So that to me is always what resonates. I believe in awakening to whatever you're experiencing directly, not following a book, theory, system, dogmatic rules, but taking in information and then seeing it unfold. Like, no one should have to convince you of your spirituality. And I think that spirituality is very unique and personal to everybody. That's why many people that have tarot also believe in astrology. And I'm not hating on astrology, right? I'll sit there, I'll read the astrology weather report all day, every day. Okay. It's just tarot is just what resonates with me. I think that it can provide information for people. I think that it can be utilized very well in a healing tool. I think tarot is a journey, right? And I'm no tarot expert, but if you guys would like, anyone in the chat, donations of any amount, it can be 1 penny, it can be a quarter, it can be 25 cents. Donations of any amount, I will give you a personal reading. Otherwise, we will be doing a collective read this live. Feel free to ask any questions about dating. I will answer those for free. But if you want something more personal, I will definitely give you guys a tarot reading for like any amount for just a personal. Just help support the channel. It's an exchange of energy. And again, I am still a beginner at tarot, doing it for years, but where I expect myself to be with tarot, I'm nowhere near yet. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now it's time for me to say hello to everyone in the chat. Okay, I'm sorry, I've been missing some comments. So let me scroll. Hello, Frankie Ducky. I'm trying to get better at reading the chat too. This is one of my goals. Hello, 9738. Hello, Suri. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. I'm literally dyslexic, so it might be hard to read some of your names. Hello, Robert. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Iron. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Jason. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, yep. Hello, MKF30. Hello, welcome in. Thank you all for being here. If patriarchy harms men, why do definitions of it always say it's a system that advantages men and disadvantages women? I agree. That's why I'm not a fan of the term patriarchy. Let me Google the exact definition of patriarchy. Define. Patriarchy is a system of society or government in which the father or eldest male and the head of the family and descent is traced through the male line. So yes, that makes sense, because paternity, patriarchy. So I don't agree with that definition. I don't even like the word patriarchy. When I say the term patriarchy, I'm not referring to that, I guess. I'm referring to systems in place that constricted men and women into certain identities and in a very insufficient way, kind of making it so both genders are lacking freedom of expression in some type of way. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. So, remember when Amanda admitted that she had hated the word limerence? Yes, I do. I hate the word limerence. It's one of the limerence, whatever that word is. I literally hate that word so much. I like the word infatuation. There are certain psychobabble words, as I like to call them, that suck. That literally suck so much. Like there are certain hello, welcome in. Hello, Nathaniel, welcome in. There are certain psychobabble words that I just hate more than anything. Frank, if God existed, why did she find you a woman by now? You are putting out great advice in society when to make men and women divide for no reason. Make women, yes, yes. But Bill, I hope that answers your question. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but I hope that answers your question. If feminism supports men being vulnerable, why does mainstream liberal media publish articles from feminists criticizing men being emotional, calling it man keeping or emotional labor? See, that's not true feminism. Like, this is my problem with all of these words, is that's not true activism. That's not somebody that actually cares about truth with a capital T and that actually cares about both genders. That really isn't. That's not what I preach on my channel. I think that that's pink pill BS. I think that's just as destructive as red pill and black pill ideology. I think it's S. There are definitely many women that are kind of seeing through that toxic worldview. And again, when men are oppressed, women are oppressed. Do you see? There is no oppression of women without the oppression of man first. Okay? That's something that's interesting. I think that we focus so much on the fact like women were oppressed, but men were oppressed in the process of like that process of women being oppressed. It's very very interesting. I'm 6'4". I take this to Texas Roadhouse. Oh, thank you, Kentucky. If you're talking about me, I appreciate that. I think God is a jealous God. That's also not true. Okay, let's see what's happening in this collective tonight. But Bill, let me know if that answered your question. Feel free to keep them coming. But again, I cannot stress this enough. There is no oppression of woman without the oppression of man first. You are 6'4". Stop lying. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing, you guys. I'm just playing. Yeah, I'm playing. If you guys would like a personal tarot reading, let me know. You can donation for any amounts. But again, just being here, asking questions, any generalized dating questions about anything, I'm here to answer. I'll do collective reading for free. Just feel free to help support the channel. If you guys have a personal tarot question, I would love to answer. It can be about romantic life. Is this girl going to text me back? That type of thing. We can go on from there. But I just appreciate you all for being here. Keep up the great content. It's very helpful. Thank you. Yes, I'm shifting my content in a different direction. I really want to bring men and women together. It has been so rare for me to find one person on the space of this universe online platform. I'm sure that there's a few, but it's just hard to come by to find somebody that I truly believe in my heart is championing for both men and women. Many people that I respect, like that I really look up to and that basically raised me in this parasocial manner, a man and a woman I'm thinking about, both have bias towards men and women themselves. So it's very interesting just how rare it is to kind of find it. And that's exactly what I'm trying to bring here. So do not be turned off by these words, feminism or patriarchy. If those words have been weaponized against men, that is not the concepts I'm referring to. I'm almost trying to sift through some of that core, because that is not the essence of what I'm talking about. It's not feminism, it's not patriarchy. It's men and women being oppressed, and now women breaking free and men still being stuck, because male oppression is less obvious to the naked eye. That's what's very interesting about male oppression. Let me read what this says. Amanda, so I'm trying to get reading comments. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll call you Sir Suri. Amanda, what questions do you give tarot readers for? How do you decide, or rather know, what cards to pick for the person? It's all based off intuition. So if you ask me, like, will so-and-so text me back? I will go like this. I will see card fall out. Right now I see so-and-so is in the process of deciding to text you back, or be in some indecisive energy about it. I'm seeing like someone putting in a lot of work. I'm not seeing so-and-so text back. You know, that's sort of how tarot goes. It's all intuition based. Energy can always shift and change. Again, I'm just a beginner. There are definitely many experts out there. So that's why I say, like, literally any amount. If you want to donate a penny, I will read for you. Otherwise, I'm going to try to be doing a collective read tonight. So stick around. My best friend is a woman. That's great. That's awesome. I think finding friendships with the opposite gender that make you feel safe and understood are extremely important to your development. But if it's not possible, don't worry about it either. Like, don't feel the pressure to have female friends. Like, if it happens, it happens. You know, Lilith and Eve both had issues. Seems like you both bad traits in most women these days. I don't see bad traits in women or men. I think that we're all human beings across the board. So just to make that part clear, hello, wholesome. Hello, hello. Your best friend is a dog. Love that, Frankie. Love that so much. My best friend is my hand. Totally get that. Totally get that. But so, yeah, I don't think women are bad. And I think that when you say that, you're oppressing men. This is the thing I want to get across. When you oppress women, you oppress men. When you oppress men, you oppress women. Does this make sense? There is no freedom. Either one of us are oppressed. Pretend this hand is a male. Like, pretend this side of the body is a male, and this side of the body is male. That's kind of how I view men and women. If you got one broken arm, like, the rest of, like, this part of your body is going to have to take up doing extra work, right? It's going to be more sore now. Why? Because this arm is broken. So this arm is going to be more sore. It's going to be more exhausted. There's going to be some more physical health issues just because this arm is broken. So, you know what I mean? So vice versa. Does not matter. Like, men, women, does not matter. When one of us are oppressed, we are all oppressed. Okay? It's a chicken and the egg situation when it comes to if I ask, will I find a girl this spring semester who could change my life for the better? What would I get from your tarot reading? Well, sir, you would have to ask. You would have to ask. If you send a donation for any amount, I would love to read for you on that question. Literally, it can be a penny, like 65 cents, whatever the lowest amount is, if you called. I could try to do a yes and no. I will answer like a yes and no, but I won't go in depth. If most women aren't attracted to vulnerability, why should I be vulnerable if I want to be attractive? So the right woman is going to love your vulnerability and really appreciate it. If a woman is turned off by your vulnerability, that's because she has parts of herself in her relationship with intimacy that is broken. Stream keeps pausing. Is it still pausing? So does Amanda feel more men should cry in public? More men ask without shame. Does that make sense? Okay, so men are oppressed. Whose fault is it? It's survival, baby. It's survival of the beast. It is nobody's fault. We can maybe blame our ancestors. let's say, when you have people in a room making decisions for an entire society, you have got to hope that those people in that room have the best interest in everybody that's in society, even those that aren't in that room. Speak. So if you want to blame anyone, you can like blame our very oppressive ancestors, but at the same time, they had a lot of survival. They did not have any resources. Survival of the fittest. Hell yeah, man. I feel shamed because I'm not super competitive. Don't see, this is talk about. This is like, it's this. Do not feel ashamed for that. In fact, that, this is what I'm talking, this is the problem right here. It's this type of thing. That's why when men are children, they are emotionally free to express themselves. They don't have this burden, this weight on the shoulder that men, as they grow older, tend to carry. It's tough, man. It's a cruel world. But let me answer the question let me answer a quick yes or no for Suri. Will I find a girl this spring semester who could change my life for the better? I'm not gonna go in depth. I'm literally just gonna answer yes or no to see. Will you find a girl spring semester who will change your life for the better? I don't know about this semester. I see you focused on school. There might be that happens quickly, but as quick as it, I don't know. Maybe not this semester. That's what I would say. Yeah. But it's because of society. I can't even buy a house. Yeah, that's a different issue. That's a class issue. That's, a lot of problems, a lot of option. You got to change your life for the better. Gemini AI said being vulnerable builds deep trust, which often invites the other person to do the same, creating a loop of intimacy. Sure, yeah, for sure. For sure. The issue of why it's so hard for men to be vulnerable is because they're taught very unconsciously from a very early age that they're weak or they're gross or they're stupid if they don't become vulnerable. But the only way to relate to the woman that's going to be right for you by being vulnerable. Okay, it doesn't mean that you won't meet anyone, though. That's just what the tarot was giving me. Let me see for Suri. Let's just see. I don't see you not having an offer, though. I'm just not sure about the timing. Okay. Let's get a collective read on. I'm against dating apps and cold approach. I'm not against it. I think I always like to say that there are 3 different approaches that you can take with women. You can either cold approach, use the dating apps, or meet through mutual friends. I think by building a support system and a support network with mutual friends is one of the best ways to meet your girl, and also being on the life path and purpose and patience and self-growth. Like, I really do believe in manifesting love for yourself. Nothing against cold approaching, though. You absolutely can cold approach, as long as you're doing it from a place of authenticity. And dating apps, I'm not a big fan of. What do I mean by an offer exactly? You would have to like get a more in-depth reading. I just don't know about the timing, but I'm not saying that there's not going to be anyone ever. Like, I definitely see someone coming in. I'm not complaining, even though it's true, and I do see it as a negative. I also see you being very busy with school, by the way. Don't orient your behavior around girls what you think will get you girls. Yes, exactly. Mutual friends is the best, because without established safety, it's going to be difficult. Right, wholesome. Exactly. It's like, what are you calling in? You know, those are two different journeys, Amanda. What different journeys? Some of us don't have friends. But yeah, sorry, I hope that makes sense. Like, I do see you being very busy. Yes, I do. Cry around a woman and you're done. That's not true. Let's do a collective reading, okay? Let's do a collective reading. Let's set the intention. We got the sage. Woo, woo. This is called Eye to Clarity. It's got Palo Santo, it's got white sage, it's got rose quartz chips infused. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now let's see, what's the collective? What are we getting in the collective? Can you guys hear this? I just want to make sure you guys can hear that. Whenever I start talking about how it's over for Gen Alpha, guess what? That's a different rant for a different day. Amanda, I've been living in a more abundant state since I picked up a great reading habit, and I feel more confident and attractive every day. Period. Yes. Yes, you can hear it. Yes. You guys, get organized, okay? You organize your room, you will organize your mind. There we go. Confirmation on the clock. You organize your room, you will organize your mind. Read, organize. It's not just about Jordan Peterson, make your bed. It's about organize. Don't clean. Freaking figure out what's in the junk drawer and get it out. Throw it away. You guys have so much stuff clogging up your space that doesn't need to be there. Amanda, you also never said why you don't like dating apps. I hate dating apps. I just don't like them at all. I wouldn't use them. I'm just not a fan. I don't know what you want me to say about it. I just like think it's like a virus byproduct of our culture. It sucks. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Collective. What do you guys need to know? What do you guys need to hear? I see a lot of the collective right now really wanting to let go of a lot of emotional grief and pain, possibly of things that were said or things that you didn't say from your past. I see the collective really wanting to lean into more love and being less impulsive and hasty with their energy. I really see a need for the collective to work on healthy boundary setting, is how it feels, and being able to make progress in your personal relationships in a way that feels healthy and less impulsive and less like, oh my god, I'm just gonna follow this thing and blah blah blah, and then it like crashes and burns. I really see almost anyone that uses dating apps hates them. Yeah, I just think the invention of dating apps is gross. I just hate dating apps. Anyways, so no offense if you use them, like, you're not gross. I just hate dating apps. Okay. yes, I see you guys really reflecting specifically or needing to reflect specifically about how you create boundaries with other people. I'm seeing this past of making very hasty decisions, not thinking clearly about how you feel. Like a lot of times in the male space, I'm always having to remind men, like, you are a person too, right? Like, I think men sometimes identify so much with what is she going to think? How is she going to feel about me? Like, what is she going to think if I do or say this thing? Like, what are you going to think if she responds and does this thing? Like, we have to remind ourselves, like, we are people, and we are, taking the approach of creating healthy boundaries is going to be important for each of you. Um, Sorry, I said I was going to read the chat more. Why though, for people struggling with dating, it's a good way for them to get reps interacting with women while agreeing to macro such as damaging society can still be used. Hey, you can still use it. I'm just not a fan of it. That's just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm not like, that's not the number one thing I preach. Um, I don't disagree either. Like, use it. As a friend of mine recently told me I would have multiple soulmates. She just said it off God knows what. No tarot cards, no fortune teller, no astrology reading, none of that. What is your take? I don't really know how I feel about soulmates in general. I think that we are all guided and called to certain people in this lifetime to teach us lessons based on how our universe is unfolding and the direction that we would like to go in. I don't know if the concept of like destined soulmates so much resonates with me as like the frequency you're vibrating on, you're going to call in for either love or a lesson. All right, Amanda, thank you for doing this live stream. Have a great night. Thank you, Robert, for being here. I've used dozens of dating apps over decades or more and never had anything good come from them. Yeah, totally. I don't feel like a person. I feel like a ghost. That's part of the problem, baby. You are a person. You are a person. You have to remind yourself that you need to set those boundaries, right? We got we got the boundary setting card, okay? You need to set those boundaries in a healthy manner. You need to stick up for yourself. Stop worrying so much about what she thinks and worry about how am I going to set boundaries in the future moving forward that resonate with me. If women are attracted to confidence and non-neediness, how can I attract them if invulnerable about being insecure and desperately wanting them to like me? So it's not that just women. Okay, how do I say this? When you are in a place of self-love and confidence, you are going to call in a person that is much more aligned with you versus when you're in a place of desperation and self-abandonment. Okay. And this is for both men and women. Contrary to popular belief, if a woman is abandoning herself to get a man to like her, it is not going to work out in her favor. Same with men. If a man is abandoning himself to get a woman to like him, it's not going to work out in his favor. His idea of soulmates is fake. I believe in soulmates. I literally believe that we create our own reality every single day. Like, nothing is destined, seriously. And so whatever unfolds as you're manifesting it, you will call in the frequency you are willing to level up to. My friend uses dating apps and he is a great looking guy. Within one day, he got well over many women messaging him. Women go for the same guy on those apps. I mean, who knows? I don't know if we can generalize everything. I do think that dating apps are very superficial, though. We got a spooky ghost in here. Yes, we do. But I've been told I'm too passive, and girls probably don't like passive guys. Don't forget religion, lol. Hello, Ali. Welcome in. Awali. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys right now. I'm seeing you guys wanting to move away from this pain in the past, the pain of making decisions where you were kind of abandoning yourself. And I do believe that the more you learn to defend yourself, the more love will come in for you. It's all about balance. It's all about balance in the collective tonight. It's all about you give, it's an equal give and take. You're not over giving, you're not overtaking, that type of thing. This is also a misconception that, oh, if two attractive people are dating, then they must be, king and queen of the world and they must be super duper happy. Again, false, not true. Very much a social media blanket take. Okay. A lot of people are showcasing their best selves on social media. I don't buy it. A lot of your favorite content creators that are a boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever's popping up on your shorts feed, and it's a Chad and a Stacy, guess what? I don't buy it, baby. I don't buy it for a minute. And I wouldn't want that relationship for another minute. You get what I'm saying? The same reason people sometimes buy lotto tickets, it's probably a waste, but you hope you win the jackpot. Yes, again, I'm not saying that you guys shouldn't be on dating apps. I'm just giving you my direct opinion about them. I don't like them. But that does not mean you guys can't be on them, or you can't meet your wife. Maybe you can meet your wife, the soulmate, and mother of your kids, like the best person. Maybe you'll meet a freaking god on a dating app. I don't know. I'm not one to be like, you can't. I'm just like, personally, I do not like dating apps. Chad can be a broad range. The odds are against men in general. Dating apps are a trap for visually attractive men in the same way women can be spoiled for choice. Those men gradually get lost in pleasure chase. Thanks for joining Prism, by the way. Has anyone tried to meet girls through church? Hey, church better than a dating app. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. What else is happening in the collective tonight? Again, if you guys would like a personal tarot reading, feel free to send a donation of any amount. I appreciate the support. Started worshiping a warrior storm deity from the late Bronze Age. Worked wonders and never looked back. That's awesome. That's very cool. I think spirituality is very unique for everyone. But let's see. Let's get an affirmation card. And speaking of worshiping, I got this was my first ever tarot deck, you guys. This is what it looks like. It's so sick. I saw, you guys are going to not believe me. This is insane. I saw this tarot deck in a dream before I ever bought a tarot deck. And then I saw, and it was a book in my dream. It was a book and it looked exactly like this angel on the front. Like, maybe you get rid of the words, but it literally looked like this in my dream. And it was a book. And this was many, many years ago. And I had this dream and I was just like, wow, that was weird. Like, interesting. I go to the library and I see this tarot deck. Mind you, I don't even know about tarot like that well. And I see this tarot deck and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks like the book, the cover of the book of the guy that I saw in my dream. So then I bought the tarot deck and then I ended up meeting a tarot reader and I ended up getting all into it. And it was like crazy from there. But I actually first saw this in a dream. How crazy is that? You guys are gonna think I'm crazy, but I'm not kidding. I'm not capping. Okay. Started worshiping. Oh yes. I've been told that girls keep guys on standby, but I would rather be single than be a girl's second option. Like leftover beans and potatoes. I'd be the main course. Exactly. And guys do that too, right? Anyone who is looking at you and choosing you as a backup is settling, and that's unfair to you, and it's also unfair to them. I would not want to be someone else's second choice. Are you kidding me? That's why I'm always perplexed when people go on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. It's like, you think I want to be chosen like a flip of a coin? What are we doing here, people? What are we doing here? I worked with an Indian woman. They had an arranged marriage. She was very happy with the man. She met him once before they got married. Nice. Amanda, do you believe in witchcraft? I believe in spells. Yes. Yes, and only once. I had many questions and she was genuinely happy. Let's see. Let's see what the guidance is tonight in the chat. Let's see. I might come back on live tomorrow too, you guys. I might come back on live tomorrow too. Let's see. What angel should we all be worshiping right now? What angel should we all be worshiping right now, so to speak? Okay, number one, our intuition. High Priestess card. We should be getting in touch, way, way more in touch with our intuition than we currently are, collective. Are you listening to your gut? Or are you just overriding it with your mind? Are you in your head or are you in your body? The High Priestess is coming through as a reminder to discover your true desires. This is not time for action, but to develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom that you receive. Very interesting. I do see a lot of you being logical, and it's not that logic has no place in your recovery, but it's that logic has a very specific place, and emotions and intuition is almost more powerful than that. If I shouldn't abandon myself to be attractive, what if myself is unattractive and I want to be attractive? I don't really know what you mean by that question, but what I will say is a lot of people, especially in 2026, place an overemphasis on looks in order to get them love, looks in order, this whole looks maxing thing. It's a form of body dysmorphia. It's a form of trauma. It's a form of insecurity. If you want to change your appearance, that is within your right. Absolutely do so. You don't have to feel shamed about it. But at the end of the day, we are in a culture where the social media giants are infecting out all of our minds when it comes to how we see ourselves in the mirror. Amanda, how have you met your exes / flings? Is there a pattern or niche you tend to meet men you tend to like more? I tend to not talk about, I actually have a video on my channel. If you look into my playlist called Personal Storytelling, I talk a lot about if you look into my personal storytelling, I talk a lot about my past dating experiences, but I can tell you I don't meet people on dating apps. He means his personality is unappealing. That's not your personality. That's not your personality. That's like the way that you carry yourself and like the way that you love. Hello, Joey. Hello. Thanks for joining. Love to see it. Love to see it. Okay, I will be right back. Again, if you guys want to send through for a reading, feel free. Any donations, please help support the channel. If not, no worries. Feel free to keep dropping your dating questions. I really appreciate everyone for being here. The idea of looks waxing is fine in theory. It can get crazy when dudes start talking about hitting themselves in the face with a hammer. Right. But can we judge him? I mean, look at, as somebody that struggled with body dysmorphia my whole life, I look at that guy and I'm just like, dude, he's in pain, right? Like that's an individual, he's only 19. That's an individual that's suffering, right? Okay, I'll be right back. Let me go back to talking about this looks maxing guy for a second, because I actually kind of was even thinking about making a video on him. Yeah, listen. Okay, also, look at how much women do to their looks to make themselves look a certain type of way. Look at how many women have hair extensions, right? For instance, you are totally allowed to get a hair transplant. Like, this sort of idea that men aren't going to try to do things to their looks in the same way that women have been doing for years and years and years is crazy. Okay, it's okay that men are hopping on skincare. It's okay that men are going to the gym. It's okay that men are getting hair transplants or plastic surgery, whatever the case. Women have been doing this crap for years. Okay, we're not going to shame men into wanting to change their appearance, because it is the day and age that we live in, and women have been doing it for years. So that's not the approach that we're going to take when we're having this conversation. But we're also not going to sit here and condone hitting ourselves with a hammer to try to look a certain type of way. We're going to recognize that behavior for what it is, and that is somebody that is struggling. That is somebody in deep pain. That is somebody that when they were a kid definitely did not get the love that they deserved. And so they looked to the external to fill that deep void. I've been there myself. You know what I'm saying? Takes one to know one. So I don't want to speak from my high horse on this subject, because I have no high horse to be sitting on. Okay? I'm constantly judging myself for the way that I look. I don't think he does it to mog other men. I think that it comes from a place that many people who get a lot of plastic surgery or do like very extreme things to their bodies to look a certain type of way, it's to survive. There's some deep pain. Sure, maybe it's to like mog other men, but that comes from like some sort of neglect, emotionally, internally. What is a hair extension? Hair extensions are like, women will like put clip-ins. I don't have any. This is all my natural hair, but like I get my hair dyed though, you know? Like I get like it highlighted. You see what I mean? So like that's why we're not going to judge men for like changing their appearance. That's what I'm saying. Like the leg lengthening or the jawline, or when women go too far with Botox, so to speak. I mean, that's all stemming from a place of body dysmorphia. That is not normal. That is not healthy, you know. But I'm also not going to sit here and judge men for doing the same thing that women have been doing for years. It's just sad to see men struggle with something that women have been struggling with for years. It's like beauty standards used to just be a big thing on women, and now it's like infected men, and it really sucks to see, because nobody has healed from beauty standards and expectations. We all hate ourselves for being a human. Okay. I promise you, listen, I used to feel this way about my nose. Like, you guys, like I don't have like a small nose. Okay. My nose is a prominent feature on my face. I had an opportunity to get a nose job and I did not take it. I'm not a fan of plastic surgery. You know, I don't know, like down the road, but like I'm not a fan of it. I did not take it. Because I knew that getting a nose job was not going to fix anything, because I knew that hatred towards my nose was coming from a deeper place of lacking self-acceptance. So I just accepted the fact that I have a lack of self-acceptance, so to speak. Okay, you guys hear that? Uh, when you guys say, I don't like cardiovascular, like I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Cardiovascular is a G. You hate him because you haven't watched anything he says. Looking better. I don't hate him, you guys. I don't hate him. Like, are you guys even hearing what I'm saying? Are you guys even hearing what I'm saying? I'm saying we're not going to judge men for changing their appearance. It's just sad to see that somebody that struggled with body dysmorphia for years, it's sad to see it affecting men in this way. But I've already seen it affect women in such a dark way. It's just like affecting men in the same dark way. You know what I mean? Like eating disorders, very, very prominent among women. Not saying that men can't have eating disorders. It's just like was prominent among women for longer. And now we're seeing all the things that women have been struggling with in terms of beauty expectations happening to men. I do not hate cardiovascular. I really don't. LOL, I just tuned in. Okay. I got you. Cardiovascular. Looks max for yourself, not for others if you're gonna do it. Yes, and we just have to acknowledge the fact that people are gonna looks max no matter what. Like, we're not gonna live in this world where you tell someone, hey, like, just love yourself and love how you look. And then one day they wake up and accept how they look. No, that person is gonna be fighting with themselves their whole life, hating how they look. Body dysmorphia isn't something that just goes away. So I feel for cardiovascular, okay? I am cardiovascular, okay? When it comes to noses, me and Amanda are twinning. Yeah, feel that. Steroid use is a mental problem. Also, guys don't need it that much muscle. And also, I've learned to love my nose. Like, I like the fact that I have a prominent nose. Like, I wouldn't want it any other way. I think big noses can be attractive on people. Yes. Right. Sorry. You guys, this is why I suck at reading comments. I'm so dyslexic. Yes, I agree. I totally agree. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah. I'm trying. Yeah, hell yeah. I got some incense lit now. Thanks for joining in, JP. Happy you're here. Let's relight this. So I hope that makes sense. And again, the only difference I would say, like, because I can relate to cardiovascular a lot in the way that he struggles to accept his looks and feels the need to appear in a certain type of way. Like, I've struggled with body dysmorphia and eating disorder, oh my god, an eating disorder my whole life. Okay, so I get it, right? I'm not going to sit here and judge him. The only difference is that he's promoting it like it's not a thing. Like, I will sit here and I will call it body dysmorphia, I will call it an eating disorder, I will call it a mental health issue, I will call it trauma. I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey ladies, like, this is how, like, you judge yourself for how you look every 5 seconds, and this will get you more guys. Like, I feel like that's what cardiovascular does. He takes like a positive approach. I'm going to call it what it is. It's a mental health crisis, but it's not going to go away anytime soon, and it's infecting society. And to expect people to just love how they look is extremely unrealistic. It's a mental parasite, and once you have it, you're screwed for life. That's just how I feel. Have you ever seen the movie Magazine Dreams? Yes. And I loved that movie, Suri. I loved that movie. That was an incredible masterpiece. Very great movie. Very hard to watch. I really like how it demonstrated the internal world for so many men in a way that so much media doesn't showcase. It's been a while since I watched that movie, so I'm sure I had a couple critiques on it, but I can't remember anymore because I watched it like when it came out. So because it's been a while, I'm sure I had more critiques back in the day. But yes, I did enjoy that movie overall. Yeah, hell yeah. Big noses in the chat. Oh, thanks. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's okay. Many people struggle. Many people struggle with trauma. Hey, like, it's okay. It awakened me to many things. How do I compliment a girl I like outside her looks in a way that I communicate I like her? Oh, get to know her. And as soon as you build that rapport, like, really listen and pay attention to what she's saying, and then form like a deeper opinion or compliment about her worldview in a way that seems very personal to her. Let me think if I can think of an example. I don't know. I can't think of an example right now, but I hope that that makes sense. Getting to know somebody is the best way to do that. How do you deal with overthinking conversations? I feel like I'm being interrogated sometimes in conversations. That's coming from a place of anxiety and a place of people pleasing, so to speak, maybe. The more you can hold compassion for how you feel in those conversations, and the more you validate those feelings that come up initially, the less you'll spend a lot of time overthinking them. That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that this is great. I think that Samuel, I think that this is great. If you are looking for like a basic compliment, that's not even that this is basic. I think this is a great compliment. But if you're looking for a compliment that doesn't have to do with her looks, absolutely. Do you guys like my fidget? Look how beautiful my fidget is. It's freaking gorgeous. Look at my fidget. Look at it. Look at my fidget. Okay, let me read some more of the chat. Religion was a big answer for me with romance problems. You just got to find the right one for you. I think incorporating spirituality into this work is one of the best things you can do. I'm not religious, like I'm not dogmatic. I don't believe in any set of rules, but I'm very spiritual, and I think that religion is spirituality for many people. So I'm not taking away from your experience. I think that's great. If your religion can help you and empower you with the people that you're dating, the friendships that you have, setting healthy boundaries, listening to your intuition, then follow that light wherever that comes from, whether it's a religion or spirituality, whatever resonates with you. It's deeply personal. What do you think of Western decline? Your number one fan commented in your, I do not know that much about Western decline. Honestly, I don't know much about him. I wish I knew more. He sounds like a cool person. But I don't know anything about him. So I just like heard many people bring him up. But sounds like a cool person. No beef. Right now I don't believe in anything, unfortunately. Building the good vibe report with her in itself lets you know you like her. Yep. In your video, you said it's not about your looks. What did you mean by that? A guy's looks are a big factor, aren't they? They're not at all. Not at all. You'd be so surprised. You'd be so surprised how little looks matter. But again, I'm not going to gaslight you into being like there's this body dysmorphia bug and you shouldn't be feeling it. There is a body dysmorphia bug. It's stemming from social media and you're absolutely feeling it. But I guarantee you, you'd be shocked how much looks don't matter. The best convos is when I let go of expectation. Literally, I focus on something small, like giving a compliment, and after you'll know if it's going to go anywhere or not. There you go. Very great. Testing the waters, being true to your boundaries. Do you think it's true that only men who need to build rapport with women, not the other way around, right? No, women need to build rapport with men too. Absolutely not. It's a give and take. It's balance. What did we talk about with that Six of Pentacles? It's balance. Very true. Thank you. Amanda, what was the impetus for your deep care for disenfranchised men specifically? Was it someone in your life putting on that map or mainly from seeing stuff online? So this all began for me around COVID. I'd say through my teenage years and early adulthood, I was very isolated myself. I struggled with loneliness myself. And to see so many men going through a similar life experience to me made me very much resonate with this, the pain side. And then I started working with kids and seeing the way that younger boys were treated in the school system helped me gain extra compassion for men. Hope that helps answer your question. Yeah, Samuel, that's good. Tasty. That does look pretty colorful. Awesome. Oh, also try meds, antidepressants. Yeah. Listen to your body, you guys. If you think that meds will work for you, listen to that. Trust that. If you think that they won't, try taking a break. You know your body better than anyone. Give yourself the gift of autonomy. I heard that dating is easier in Thailand and the Philippines. If I move there to get a date, is that me abandoning myself, or is it okay? I think that would be you trying to run away from many hardships emotionally that you aren't ready to face at this time within yourself. It would be like a band-aid. It wouldn't be a cure. It would be a crutch. But hey, maybe a crutch is better than nothing, I guess. Ironically, not believing in anything is still a belief system. Yes, wholesome. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Atheism is just as bad as Christianity, so to speak. Not saying that Christianity is bad, but I'm saying it's just as dogmatic as Christianity, so to speak. He has both good and bad qualities, and blah blah blah. Sorry, I just agree with that. This last comment by Wholesome a lot. I know that this has filled me with lots of resentment. Other guys can relate, in which we ask a girl out, but the girl's creeped out by it. Yet at the same time, girls expect guys to ask them out. Look into yourself, look into your authenticity. Those women that were creeped out are not the end all be all. They likely have pain themselves that are emotionally unresolved. So keep doing the work so you're showing up authentically, though. Are you like 20? I'm 40. You just have to learn the game in America. Yes. Teenage COVID, how old are you? I'm 40 years old. And life begins when you're 40. Okay, Google it. It's a real thing. Girls always find me creepy. I'm sorry to hear that. There's actually a huge history behind the statement, Frankie. Look it up. It's very interesting. Guys, when strangers judge you or give you the vibe that you're creepy and they're a stranger, just remember that has nothing to do with you. And that's really hard. And I'm really sorry. I think women just don't really like or need men or view them as. That's not true. I think many women would love to have more men in their lives. Again, when one group is oppressed, so is the other. I see. Very cool. Thank you for the insight. Sure. Smart. That's an in-depth topic. I gotta look into that. Don't meds interfere with reproductive organs? I'm not sure it's the best idea. This is why meds is a very personal choice, right? So if you're like, hey, I really want my reproductive system reproducing, the meds might not be for you. But if you're somebody and you're like, hey, like there's something in my brain that feels off and I want to explore this, then maybe meds are for you. Again, I think that medication is deeply personal. So if you don't feel like medication is the best idea for you, I empower that idea for yourself. But if somebody else thinks that medicine will help them, I empower them exploring that for themselves. Give yourself the gift of your own autonomy. If a doctor prescribes you something and you don't like it, get off of it. If a doctor doesn't prescribe you something and you want something, go to a different doctor. Give yourself the gift of autonomy over your own body. We all deserve that in this lifetime. We all do. The absence of belief is a belief. Yes, exactly, Owly. Like, I'm telling you. Can disabled men have girlfriends? Yes, they can. Keep searching. Maybe that's the tunnel you're supposed to go down. You're 40. I'm going to fix Frank now. Where's Frank? That's nuts. I'm 41. Amanda, stop the cap. No way you're 40. She's not 40. A double standard I've always resented is that creepy weird label. A guy's awkwardness or societal ineptness is viewed as creepy, but not the other way around. That is only coming from a place of the fact that many women have been murdered by men since the beginning of time. And again, that's not me saying F men. Okay, please, please do not take that and run with it like I'm saying something bad. But that does come from a survival place, not a personal one. You have to remember that women do get assaulted. They do, okay? We can't, not everyone is lying about hashtag me too, okay? To think that everyone is just hashtag me too and lying that's not true. Okay, I've known people who have been assaulted, men and women. Okay, so we got to just be careful. And women can assault men, right? So again, but I'm just saying that women being scared, do not take that personal. It's coming from a place of trauma for that woman. Just win in life, and women will be magnified to you. They were repulsed because they see. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is extremely incorrect. Many women have dated quote unquote losers, so to speak, quote unquote bad guys. Women have married P3DOs. I can't say the word, but like PDF files. Okay, women have married PDF files. It's got nothing to do with that. It's so complex. Love is so complex. Love or attraction. It depends. Like getting laid is not what you think. It's not the love that you're even really seeking. Okay, sorry. I don't know. Okay. How can I feel good in myself and not have a gnawing instability and craving for validation? So that's something that you're going to have to do work with somebody on. Deep inner healing. You got to want to understand that about yourself. Like you're saying how, you're asking the question, but how badly do you want to know the answer to that question? And are you willing to get vulnerable in the process? She could be 40 in a safe way, not in a last ditch effort to like for someone to heal you kind of way. She could be 40, me. I'm actually nowhere near 40, but if you guys think that, that's okay. I will one day be 40, and I'm not scared of that. Amanda, do you think most men don't have much options? No, I don't think that's true at all. I think men have so many more options than what they can see. I think people feel like they don't have options though because of the socialized isolation of our culture, and that sucks. Some women got it like that. It depends on the type of woman that wants a man in their life. The only ick I have with a woman being attracted to me is my height. Please, guys, please do not worry about the height thing. Please do not take that at face value. It's so annoying. Please don't. Not to say it's so annoying. I get where you're coming from. It's just annoying as a society how much we placed on height, as if there aren't cultures of men that have procreated billions of babies who were short. Okay, height does not qualify or disqualify you from procreation. Please. And I'm not blaming you. It's women have like said this. It's just I hate social media. Whatever. It's over. Okay. If she were 40, she would be too busy with her family to deal with you degenerates. I don't know about that. She's 40. She might have a pacemaker. It's hilarious. Women cross the street when they see me. I can go on another rant about how, as a woman, I'm not afraid of getting older. And I do not think that my prime years are like between whatever 18 and 25. I think that's a joke. I'm kind of feeling like the lucky one here. Wow, I've had zero success in romance. Wow. Hey, we're all in this together, man. I feel terrible about myself. I've had a woman sit across from me and dead stare at me the whole time. It was strange and creepy to some extent. Totally. Yeah, totally. And you as a man can feel creeped out by a woman. Like if you meet somebody and they're like a pathological liar and they happen to be a woman, that's a little uneasy. That's a little unsettling. You are your own person. You're allowed to feel creeped out by somebody. You're allowed to have boundaries. You are allowed to feel creeped out by women. I hope that I'm making that clear. I don't want you guys to think I'm like thinking it has to be all one-sided. Frank is calling for help. He's crying woman and he's your number one fan. Fix your boy. Frankie, I think that you should maybe look back at some of the past tarot readings that I gave you, because I hope that they will be insightful and can still apply to your situation today, possibly. And they should still be up on my channel. Yeah, it's also true that society and people in general expect men to have common sense and just naturally know how to be weird or creepy when approaching, interacting with women. Okay, this is also my struggle with this stupid word creepy. I never want you guys approaching, okay, you know yourself. If you're a good person, why are you approaching reality from this place of, oh, if I'm creepy? Oh, thank you so much, Wholesome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I did not see your donation. Thank you. Would you like a reading, Wholesome? I would love to give one to you. Thank you so much. That is very kind. I would love to give you a reading, Wholesome. Let me know. I can give you general. I can pull messages for you. Just let me know what your question is. Anyways, real quickly though. Sorry, let me take a sip of water. I'm dying. We're not gonna approach life from this place, especially if you know yourself and you know you're a good person and you know your intentions are pure. Why are you like walking on? Don't lay the eggshells of, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna be creepy. No, you are a valid human being. You are not somebody that has to pretend not to be a creep. You get what I'm saying? That is awful that you're even in that position. And I'm sorry. Also holding space for the fact though that women maybe were assaulted by men. Okay, we're not poo-pooing that. We're holding space for both of these unfortunate things that manifest, unfortunately, from an imperfect world of humans, violence, pain, and death. Yeah, there you go. Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you guys are so, some of you are so fixated on, oh, how do I like manifest like a breathing woman into my room? You don't understand that many people that have partners could easily be in an emotionally or physically abusive relationships, could feel lonelier than ever. Just because you have a breathing body next to you, it don't mean crap. What you really want is you want that right person that's meant for you. And it's going to take a couple of people to get there. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks for joining. There are cycles affect which guys they go for. I remember I got a dismissive response from another coach. He said, if you fix behaviors that cause women to think of you as creepy, you won't feel the pain of past interactions. Oh my gosh, I'm very sorry. I hate it when people, coaches, anyone dismisses people. I really try to avoid that on my channel. I know many people accuse me of dismissing too. That's never my goal, and I'm sorry that you felt dismissed. Yeah, none of us do. None of us do. I'm 40. What do you mean men have so many more options than they can see? I'm curious to hear you expand on that. Sure, sure. First time I see you pissed. I do be getting pissed on these lives. I always do. Wait, how did I beat Frank in the chat score? Wholesome, let me know. I'm gonna pull you a card, Wholesome, just so you know. Sure, anything's good. Okay, I got you. Even my parents have called me creepy. That's messed up, Samuel. I'm sorry. You don't deserve that. That's messed up. Oh, thank you so much, Frankie. Thank you so much. Frankie, I'd love to give you a reading too. Thank you so much. That is so kind. That is so kind. I really appreciate that. Sorry, what was I saying, you guys? I'm sorry that my brain, I have a very dyslexic brain, so take me with a grain of salt. I'm very bad at reading the chat. I was like in the middle of saying something, I completely forgot. Working out is a good step that will be big for your mental health. Well, true fact, guys, men can accidentally come across as awkward or creepy towards women when they have good intentions from the start. They just don't know what they were doing. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that sentiment. I really just don't know. I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying. I actually don't want to just like dismiss that because I do get what you're saying. I don't know. I hate the term creepy. It's very weaponizing, I think, honestly. I don't know. Because there are creepy people in the world. I don't know. But it's just not okay. I'm trying to work on my abs. It was fun while it lasted. Now Frank is number one again. I'm gonna clock out for tonight. Oh, thank you, Suri. Oh, sure, of course, anytime. Frank, can I send you some useful content to help with your self-deprecation? Bye, everyone. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Frank, if you can afford much, why are you donating to an e-girl? Hey guys, I'm not just like an e-girl. I do social work outside of this work. I'm very passionate about this YouTube channel and getting the message out to people. I'm not just jobless idiots, right? I'm in school for social work. I work with people. I know this is the wrong attitude, but I picked my username due to my lifelong resentment towards nature and reality dictating that guys have to make the first move. Yeah, I'm sorry. But hey, like making the first move can be a very empowering thing once you're doing it from a place of self-love, not from a place of let me do this so I can get this person. I don't seem as bubbly. Oh no. Amanda, can I get a reading on life in 5 years? Yes. Anything specifically? Any subject like where will I be career-wise in 5 years, or just where will I be in 5 years? What's your direct question? And Frankie, give me your direct question too, please. It's been a welcome change. Don't reject the part of you that's creepy. Reject the part of you that doesn't want to creep people out. Yeah, right. And stop calling yourself creepy. Reject the part of you that calls yourself creepy. As someone who's 14, what do you remember it being like being 14 as a girl? Oh, you're only 14, Liam? I don't know if you should be here. I don't know if you should be here. I really don't want children in my chat or watching my videos. And I say that from love, but you can return when you are older, or I guess you're entering high school and all that stuff. So it's okay to watch my videos. Just be careful on the internet, okay? I don't like the idea of teenagers, children being on the internet. Be so careful with who you give your energy to. That's funny. Don't let these lives piss you off. Lives are ultimate transparency of a creator. I think anger can be positive in some ways. Piss off in a way that I'm speaking from a place of passion. More than likely, guys, men will forever be stuck. But I hear you. I don't want to just dismiss you. Sorry. Okay. More than likely, guys, men will forever be stuck with the role of having to make the first move all the time. Women never shoot their. Yeah. But let's reframe initiating with a woman as something that could be very positive, in a way that you're in touch with your true masculine energy, in a way that feels authentic, not forced, not like a job that you have to do, but like something you want to do from a very authentic place. That can be interesting. Amanda, you're amazing and draw a lot of inspiration from you. Thank you. And also, there may be a woman out there, like there are probably women, if you want to do like mutual friends, like you'd be surprised how many women will make the first move when they are your friend. Does that make sense? So it's not always binary. There are exceptions. Bye. I'm sorry, Liam. I did not mean to kick you out. I just get worried with teenagers. It's not that he can't be here. Sorry, I didn't mean it like you can't be here, but I feel ethically careful around interacting with teenagers online and kids. Feel free to like join and watch my videos, but when you're young, you got to be so careful on the internet, man. It's a scary world out there, especially compared to the average corner of the internet. Yeah, true. I'm sorry. I did not mean to sound like I was kicking him out, but I'm sorry. Like, I have very little passion for anything. And sadly eating, but that's made my life worse. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, Liam. Like, I guess you're right in the sense that there could be a lot worse things that you could be watching. Like, you could be watching cardiovascular and, yeah, I just, you know, I just think people got to be so careful on the internet when they're kids, man. It's a really dark world out there. Okay. I think that when you're a kid, if you can, avoid the internet. I know that's impossible in this day and age, but when you're a teenager, if you can, avoid the internet. Okay? Avoid the internet. Get your kids touching grass, not tablets, although it's inevitable. Okay. Anyways. So it's hard for me to agree on your women ignoring men take. What take was that? Women ignoring men. I'm not really sure what that is. Would it be a good approach? Okay, I'm also gonna do the readings. Sorry, I will answer this in a second, but I'm gonna do Wholesome's reading and then Frankie Ducky's reading. Frankie Ducky, did you want me to ask? What did you want me to ask Frankie Ducky? Wholesome, I'm asking about like your 5-year trajectory. Okay. Okay. Frankie Ducky, let me know your question. Let me know your question, Frankie Ducky. Let me know your question. Okay. And Wholesome, I'm going to be reading on the next 5 years to come. What do you need to know and what do you need to hear about the next 5 years? I'll pull a card for each year leading up to the 5. And again, remember, energy can always shift and change. This is just what your angels want you to know about your 5-year trajectory. Wholesome. Five-year trajectory for Wholesome. What do you need to know? What is happening in the next 5 years? And I'm literally going to pull like what's happening in the next 5 years, like what's to happen this year for the rest of 2026, what's to happen in 2027 and so forth. Okay. So what's coming up for you? One card for the next 5 years for Wholesome. Interesting. Okay. Wholesome. This year, Wholesome, you have the Page of Swords coming through in reverse. This year, I see you fighting to get your creativity back. I see you fighting to get your voice back. I see you fighting to look at things from a bigger perspective this year. I see you needing to lean into your wits, into your skill set. I do see you fighting though to like be more creative this year for some reason, whatever that means. Next year, I see you it's still in a place where you maybe feel like you can't trust other people, or if not, can't trust other people, you may still be in a place of like recovery is the way that it feels. Recovering from your past with people in a very almost healing, sensitive place next year. On year 3, I see you gaining a ton of momentum back. I see you building a foundation. I see you making more money. I see you actively pursuing your purpose, feeling like you're on path for the first time in a while, seeking your goals, finding a location and like a space that really feels meant for you. Um, the next year, I see you learning how to defend yourself. So this is year 4. I see you really sticking up for yourself. I see you honoring yourself as like a whole person. I see you being wholesome, so to speak. And then 5 years from now, I see you learning how to be more trusting with other people. And I see you making a lot of money, there being a lot of creative pursuits, it being a very passionate, purposeful time. I see there being love. I absolutely do. I see there being creativity, love, but also a lot of recovery and grief over the next 5 years, and passion. So I hope that that helps, wholesome, and I hope that that resonated. But that's what I see for you. And again, energy can always shift and change. Nothing is on a like dominant timeline, but that is just what your guides wanted you to know. And thank you for letting me read for you. I appreciate it. Frankie, all right. Frankie, what is your question? How do I lose weight? Is this your question? Frankie, let me know your question. I'm ready for you. I'm ready for you, Frankie. Let me know, let me know. Sure, wholesome. Sure. I hope that that resonated for you. Let me know, Frankie. Let me know, let me know. Let me know your question, Frankie. Let me know, let me know. Can you please tell me if the cards say I will lose weight in 2026? Okay. Frankie Ducky, what do you need to know? What do you need to hear about losing weight in 2026? Okay. The way that it feels, Frankie, is absolutely you can lose the weight that you want, and even like you can take that goal to the highest of highs this year. I definitely see there being ample opportunity to learn and to grow into a new healthy lifestyle. I'm seeing it literally taking the opportunity and working hard at it. However, I see the journey of losing weight being extremely difficult until some underlying issues get addressed first. Your guides are almost saying, yes, you can, but you need to address these core things before you do so. Otherwise, you're going to keep repeating a cycle. You're going to keep relapsing until you address some like core issues before you do so. That's the way that it feels. It almost feels like don't put the pressure on yourself to lose the weight, because relapses will happen. Relapses are a part of recovery, but I almost see you, if you go without addressing these internal issues first, relapsing and not being able to lose the weight. So it's like, yes, you can, but only if you're willing to address the underlying issue. You can't just go at it from the perspective of, oh, I'm going to like eat this many calories and then lose weight. You have to take a like deeper approach to what makes you feel unstable, with the King of Pentacles coming through in reverse. with the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands, you have to look to what keeps you from moving forward consistently, and how there's disharmony in your home life. Until those things can be addressed, I see it being very difficult, like a uphill battle to lose weight. But once you do address those things, like with a therapist or something of that sort, I see you taking control and being very passionate and potentially making that big change. That would be very helpful, but only if you're willing to take an emotional approach. Do you have any questions about that, Frankie? How does that feel for you? And let me pull you an affirmation card. Ooh, you got the I am learning card, Frankie Ducky. You got the I am learning. I am each day becoming more and more knowledgeable and confident in the lessons life has to offer. I thrive in the face of challenges, using them to propel my learning journey forward. My ability to learn is limitless. I'm capable of mastering any subject I choose. Absolutely. This totally, look at, literally that's self-mastery. So don't think you can't do it. The cards aren't saying you can't do it. It's just saying you're going to make this into an uphill battle or like a storm until you address those underlying issues. It is easy to see the lessons in every situation, and I effortlessly integrate the wisdom into my life. I'm dedicated to my personal and intellectual growth, and I make time for learning regularly. You cannot make changes from a place of shame, Frankie Ducky. It has to be from a place of love. You cannot shame yourself into losing weight. That will never work. You cannot shame yourself into quitting drinking. You cannot shame yourself into no-fap. Many people like to do that with no-fap. Oh, if I just shame myself into thinking that corn is disgusting, I'm never going to relapse again. That is not the approach, my friend. That is not the approach. We all know that doesn't work. You can't cope. It doesn't make problems go away. You must power through. I believe in you, Frank. Power out of it, not shame. Frankie Ducky, I hope that helps. And again, addressing those underlying emotional issues, like what are the anxieties that get triggered when you eat? Is it after somebody says something? You know, there's going to be a lot of emotional undertaking beyond just your sense of stability that you're going to need to address this year. And it might be helpful to do it with a support system or somebody that works with eating disorders. Exactly. Your brain is a radio. You got to shift the frequency. Mindset. I'm actually this summer going to do a video on quitting alcohol. But I'm waiting until this summer because this is a recent personal decision that I've decided to make for myself. And I want there to be more time before I speak on it. There's a lot to be said about quitting alcohol. Would this be a good line to approach women? You can have the most amazing energy about you. You exude happiness. My name is blank. What steps can we continue for this conversation? So, Samuel, you're already looking at the entire dating game wrong. You're just like looking at it like, how do I get from point A to point B to point C to get this girl to like me? I see you continuously, and this is just me. I don't want to say it in a harsh way, but I see you skipping steps of the internal work. And I do think that if you approach dating from a more internal perspective, you'll get a lot more out of it than if you approach it from this methodical, how does 2 + 2 = 4 so I can prove to myself that I can get a woman like breathing in the flesh in front of me. You know what I mean? There's so much like emotional self-discovery that I think if you chose to go that route, you would gain a lot more perspective from than if I just give you a simple answer to like, does this line work? Or does this pickup line work? You know what I mean? That's kind of what my channel is here for. So I'm not saying this from a place of like hate. In fact, this is something that I found in my personal life is extremely helpful, and for the people I work with. Yes. Yes. I know. Talk about anti-aging. Don't drink. Don't drink. And it's okay. It's okay. And it's okay if you do choose to drink. It's really okay. See, again, we kind of have the same exact question. Like, but if I choose emotional discovery, how would she know to make her attracted to me? You're enough about her, whoever she is. Let's take a step back. Let's focus on you. Like, why are we making emotional discovery about her? Emotional discovery should be about you, for you. It's taking time to honor yourself first. But there might be a protective part of you that's like, well, if I don't prove to myself that I'm mateable to at least one woman, I don't count as a human. And that's just not the case. I hope that makes sense. Let's get an affirmation card for the collective. I've been on for almost 2 hours, you guys. I think I'm going to hop off soon. I think I might go on live tomorrow. I hope that helps, Samuel. I'm rooting for you. Okay. Let's see. Let's get a final affirmation card for tonight, guys, and then I'm going to hop off. I think I'll be on tomorrow. Please watch my latest YouTube video. And thank you to everybody that donated. I really appreciate it. You guys supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, I really appreciate it. And I hope to be going live more often. I'm here just to help you guys. So I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. I am motivated and I am successful. 2 affirmation cards. Let's pick one to read. I am successful. My success is inevitable and it's already here. All my efforts support my journey of incredible success. I'm expanding my perspective of what success means to me, and I can see that I'm already successful. Even a perceived failure is leading me towards great evolution and success. Yes. My dreams and visions easily turn to form and are more fruitful than I could ever imagine. I hope to be on tomorrow, you guys. And maybe in a more bubbly mood. You know, who knows what mood I'll be in. I appreciate you guys rocking with me. Because I grew up, my parents would criticize me, so I put on an act, and then I snapped and focused on myself and just ended up staying in my room and doing nothing for 10 years. Now I have no social life. Hey, being in your room is a defense and a protection mechanism against your parents, who it sounds like they weren't on your side for some period of time, rather unconsciously, because of their own biases and trauma. So, you know, working that out with somebody, I think, is going to be extremely beneficial. You really have to want to do the inner healing, if that makes sense, and take a more compassionate approach to your situation, emotionally speaking. Okay. Alrighty. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Wholesome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everyone that typed in the chat today. I'm so sorry for if I did not get to your chat or anything. Be confident, Frank. You exude strength to even be vulnerable here. Yes. Absolutely. Alrighty, you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Watch my latest video. I will see you guys tomorrow. I went to a therapist, but they said I'm a man-child and just to ignore the bad thoughts, but I couldn't do it, so they removed me as a client. Hey, that's not that therapist should have their license removed. That's a very unhealed person that gave you incorrect advice, and I'm very sorry that happened to you. There are definitely some corrupt therapists out there. Yep. Coaching link below, guys. Just in general. And watch my latest video, you guys, please. It's a really good video. Okay. I think that about all my videos, so I'm extremely biased. Okay. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, hopefully. If anything changes, I'll let you guys know. You had to get a free one. There are still better free therapists, right? There are plenty of nonprofit therapy organizations that will give you free counseling if you don't have insurance. And that person was not going to be a good therapist. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, no, there are some bad therapists in the industry, but don't let that turn you off. There is healing to be done. Are you talking about me? Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys in a future video. Bye, y'all. See you tomorrow.